Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive, your express lane to being truly well-informed without all that information overload. Today, we're diving headfirst into something genuinely transformative. It's really shaking up how we find information online. We're talking about Google's innovative query fan-out system. Our mission? Well, it's to demystify this powerful new AI search method, really dissect its profound implications for SEO, and importantly, equip content creators like you with actionable strategies. How to adapt and thrive. Because this isn't just some minor tweak to the algorithm. No, it's a significant fundamental departure from traditional search. It's designed to give you shortcuts to knowledge, surprising facts, and deeper insights you might not even have known to look for.
Yeah, what's truly fascinating here is that Query Fanout isn't just another feature. It's really the beating heart of Google's new AI search experience. This is the engine, the sophisticated engine, powering those Google AI overviews and the whole Google AI mode within what they call the Search Generative Experience, or SGE for short. Its core purpose. It moves way beyond simple keyword matching. It's almost like mind reading, designed to deliver incredibly comprehensive answers. It takes your initial query and intelligently expands it into multiple nuanced subqueries, often anticipating questions you haven't even consciously formulated yet.
Okay, so let's peel back the layers then and understand this magic trick. What exactly is query fan out?
Yeah.
At its simplest, it sounds like a brilliant way for a search system to grasp what you really need to know, even if your first search term is a bit broad or maybe ambiguous.
That's right. Instead of just taking your single query as, the absolute truth, it intelligently expands upon it. It generates several distinct subqueries. It's effectively anticipating and capturing all the diverse intentions you might have.
Like a super smart librarian, who not only finds the book you asked for, but also knows you'll want three related ones, and then hands you the key paragraph from each, all at once.
That's a great analogy, actually. Yeah. Imagine you type in something fairly general like best running shoes.
Hmm.
Now, a traditional search would primarily look for pages with those exact keywords,
Right.
right?
Standard procedure.
But with Query Fan Out, that single query instantly fans out. It becomes a whole constellation of subqueries, maybe best running shoes for flat feet, best running shoes for trail running, perhaps running shoes for marathon training, or even most durable running shoes for beginners.
Wow, okay.
And the system doesn't just process these one by one. What's so powerful is that it simultaneously searches for all these multiple inquiries. Then it intelligently merges the gathered information from a really wide array of sources, the live web, a knowledge graph, specialized data. And this also includes a critical cross-referencing mechanism. This is quite important.
Spare referencing, how does that work?
Well, when it encounters conflicting information across these diverse sources, which happens, right, Query Fanout uses things like probabilistic modeling and source weighting. It basically tries to reconcile those discrepancies. The goal is to ensure you get the most reliable, comprehensive perspective, even when primary sources might disagree.
So it's like having a team of specialized researchers, each focusing on a different angle, all working at the same time. And an editor synthesizes it and resolves conflicts.
Exactly like that. It's vetting the information as it gathers it.
That's incredible. So it's not just finding info, it's vetting it and connecting the dots for us.
Mm.
So how does the AI actually do that fanning out? How does it identify these sub-intents you mentioned?
Great question. When you submit a question to AI mode, a sophisticated large language model like Google's Gemini automatically generates these subqueries. It's not just, guessing based on keywords. It's leveraging its vast training data to predict the logical next steps in a user's information journey. It's almost like it's mapping out the entire knowledge graph of your potential intent, even the parts you haven't consciously thought of yet.
Okay, so that's a really crucial distinction from traditional search then. Traditional is just one query, keyword dependent mostly.
Precisely. Query Fan Out forms numerous distinct inquiries from that one initial question. And that's why it's such a cornerstone of the search generative experience, the SGE.
Yeah.
And it gets even more granular than that. Query Fan Out isn't simply assessing entire web pages for overall relevance.
Oh,
No, instead, it can pinpoint specific chunks or passages from different web pages. Think of it this way. Instead of evaluating a whole book for relevance, Query Fanout can cherry pick maybe the most vital sentence from page 3, a critical paragraph from page 27, and a specific data point from page 112, and then it seamlessly weaves them together into a complete, contextually rich answer.
I see. So back to the best sneakers for walking example.
Right. That could broaden into segments covering best sneakers for men, best sneakers for walking in different seasons, maybe sneakers for walking on a trail. And it's pulling the most relevant snippets from countless sources. By breaking down these complex questions and integrating information from the expanded searches, it anticipates your needs. It aims to provide a complete, holistic response. Often, this eliminates the need for you to click through, 10 different links.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, especially if you're listening as a content creator, maybe a business owner, or just someone who cares about online visibility.
Mhm.
This shift to query fan out directly influences search rankings, doesn't it? Particularly for those prominent AI overviews.
Absolutely.
It means the results you see in these AI summaries can differ, sometimes significantly, from what you'd get in a traditional search results page. And that old advice about optimizing for individual narrow keywords, is that going away?
It's quickly becoming less effective. Yes, that's the main takeaway.
So what does this all mean for your content strategy, for reaching your audience in this new landscape?
Well, it signals a fundamental paradigm shift in SEO. The content creators now need to provide comprehensive, high-quality information. Critically, information that explicitly addresses the variety of subqueries an LLM might generate. The sources we looked at talk about focusing on ontological core content.
Ontological core, what does that mean in practice?
It means instead of just writing, say, a series of isolated dictionary definitions for individual keywords, you're building a comprehensive, interconnected encyclopedia entry for your topic. You're aiming to own the entire domain of knowledge around it. Your content needs to be so thorough that it naturally answers all the follow-up questions an AI or indeed a user might have.
That ontological core concept is powerful,
Oh.
but it also sounds like a lot of work. For a smaller creator, trying to cover every single facet of a topic could feel overwhelming. Are there ways to start building that authority strategically without having to write an entire encyclopedia overnight?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
definitely about depth over breadth initially, then expanding strategically. You could start with a foundational piece, right? Then identify logical subtopics that naturally branch off, create a sort of hub and spoke model. The real challenge, though, you touched on it earlier, is the potential for a reduction in direct website clicks because generative AI is synthesizing answers right there in the search results.
Right, the fear.
Exactly. This means that, as the sources state, visibility within these AI environments is crucial for SEO. Being cited or mentioned in an AI overview, that suddenly becomes incredibly significant.
So the click isn't the main goal anymore.
The new currency isn't necessarily the click, it's the citation. Your goal fundamentally shifts from just attracting eyeballs to becoming, maybe, the uncredited source of AI wisdom, a foundational block in its knowledge architecture. The focus moves away from traditional click-through rates. Instead, we start to measure inclusion in AI-generated responses, which requires us to really focus strategically on becoming the go-to voice on a topic. It almost turns your website into a kind of knowledge vault that Google's AI can freely draw from, shifting the value proposition from direct traffic to foundational influence.
Okay, so this is a massive, almost overwhelming shift. You mentioned the potential for fewer direct clicks, which is, a big fear for many content creators. Do the sources offer any pushback on that, or maybe suggest strategies to still drive direct traffic, even if AI is synthesizing answers? For example, is there a chance that content cited in AI overviews could see an uplift in referral traffic, even without a direct click on the overview itself, just because it's been implicitly endorsed by the AI?
That's a really sharp observation, and yes, the sources do imply that. While direct clicks for general information might decrease, the quality of clicks for deeper engagement or maybe transactional intent could actually improve. Think about it. If your content is consistently the authoritative source cited by the AI, it builds immense brand trust and authority.
Oh,
So while fewer people might click through to learn, say, what is AI, those looking to hire an AI consultant or buy advanced AI software, they might be much more inclined to trust and click through to a site consistently highlighted for its expertise. It's about becoming irreplaceable to an AI that seeks the ultimate truth. Establishing your site as an unskippable reference point, not just for users, but for the very machine synthesizing answers.
right. The value shifts from just being found to being cited as the definitive authority.
Exactly.
That's a crucial distinction. It really means we have to become indispensable. So, if the game has fundamentally changed and we're rethinking our entire approach, what are the concrete, actionable steps content creators should be taking right now to truly align with Query Fan Out? What are the new rules in engagement we absolutely need to master?
Absolutely. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the sources are quite clear on this. There are 7 key optimization strategies. These are truly your actionable steps for adapting and thriving. Let's dive right into them. Starting with what I see as the foundational pillar, cultivating topical authority.
Topical authority. Okay, that sounds like more than just knowing a lot. What does that truly entail in this new world?
It means thoroughly exploring subjects, addressing all related subqueries and facets of a topic, not just one narrow keyword. The benefit is clear. It establishes your content as a definitive source. It builds trust, not just with users, but critically with AI models too. For example, an article on sustainable urban planning isn't just a brief overview. It needs to cover green infrastructure benefits, community engagement strategies, various funding mechanisms, maybe even the social equity aspects. You're aiming to cover the whole universe of that topic.
Okay, comprehensive coverage. So once you've cultivated that authority, how do you present it? How do you structure it so the AI can really grasp it?
That leads directly to our second strategy. Develop comprehensive content hubs. Think about building interconnected content hubs. You have a main cornerstone piece of content, and it links out to several supporting in-depth articles.
Like a cluster.
Exactly, a topic cluster. This aids large language models in understanding the connections between different pieces of information. And bonus, it also significantly improves user navigation. Imagine a main guide on digital marketing. It could link seamlessly to articles on SEO basics, social media strategy, email campaign best practices, maybe even content creation for beginners. It's creating an ecosystem of knowledge.
Okay, building a network of content. Got it. What's next for really anticipating what users need, even before they ask.
That brings us neatly to the third strategy. Anticipate user queries and journeys. This goes beyond just predicting an initial search term. It's about understanding the entire intent, the whole journey, predicting potential follow-up questions a user might have.
So thinking ahead.
Precisely. Thinking several steps ahead. The benefit here is that you proactively address those questions, guiding users through their entire information path. So content on best noise-canceling headphones wouldn't just list products. It would also consider and address questions like, which headphones are best for travel? What about battery life? How do the pop models compare on price? Oh, maybe even a simple explanation of how noise cancellation technology works.
Right, that's a definite shift. From just answering a question to answering all the questions around a topic. And how do we ensure the AI and users, of course, trust the answers we're providing?
Crucial point. That's our fourth strategy. Emphasize EEAT. Remember that one. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. This is all about showcasing real-world experience, deep expertise, strong authoritativeness, and unwavering trustworthiness in your content.
So proving it.
Yes. This builds human trust, naturally, but it also provides clear signals to AI models for assessing the quality and reliability of your information. Examples: things like conducting original research, presenting unique data, detailing specific case studies, maybe featuring contributions from recognized experts in the field. It's about demonstrating you've actually done it, not just read about it somewhere.
Okay, showing, not just telling. Makes sense. So it's about proving you're the real deal. But even if you are, how do you make sure the AI can easily digest and extract that valuable information you've created?
Good question. That's our fifth strategy. Optimize for readability and AI digestibility. This means using clear, simple language, breaking content into short paragraphs, utilizing bullet points effectively, employing descriptive headings and subheadings.
Basically making it easy to scan for humans and robots.
Exactly. The goal is for your content to be easily understood by humans and, crucially, for AI to quickly and efficiently extract information. Each paragraph should ideally convey a single main idea that enhances both user experience and AI processing efficiency. Think of it like pre-packaging your information for easy consumption.
Okay. And beyond just the presentation, the formatting, are there technical ways to explicitly tell the AI what our content is about? Give it some hints.
Absolutely. That's where leverage structured data comes in. That's our sixth strategy. This involves utilizing schema markup. It helps search engines and large language models comprehend the context of your content much better.
Schema markup, like adding labels.
Sort of, yeah. Think of schema as providing the AI with a super detailed instruction manual for your content. It explicitly tells the AI exactly what each piece of information is, its purpose, how it relates to other facts. This makes it significantly easier for Query Fanout to extract and synthesize information accurately.
What kind of things would you mark up?
Oh, things like FAQs, how-to guides, product information, author details. It helps the AI understand the purpose and specifics of your content with much greater precision.
That's like giving the AI a cheat sheet for your content.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, what's the ultimate mindset? How should we approach creating individual pieces of content now?
Our seventh and perhaps most granular strategy is to adopt an answer a fast mentality. This means approaching each piece of content or even each section within a piece of content as a direct comprehensive answer to one specific aspect or sub-question of a larger topic.
So micro answers within the macro topic.
You got it. This ensures detailed content that directly addresses specific user needs, and it significantly increases the likelihood of your content being cited in an AI overview because it's a perfect, self-contained answer to a potential subquery. A good example would be having a specific section dedicated only to the environmental impact of electric vehicles within a broader article on EVs in general. It's a focused, complete answer to one specific facet. By implementing these 7 strategies, content creators can produce valuable, comprehensive content that aligns precisely with Query Fanout's focus on sub-intense and holistic answers. It's about ensuring discoverability and relevance in today's rapidly evolving search landscape.
Wow, okay. That's a lot to process, and it truly changes how we need to think about content strategy. So zooming out a bit, what does this all mean for the overall search landscape? Will Query Fanout just completely replace traditional search as we know it? Is the old way simply going to, I don't know, fade away into the digital ether?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's unlikely that Query Fanout will fully displace traditional search methods immediately, or maybe ever, completely. What we anticipate, and what the sources suggest, is more of a gradual integration, a hybrid model where both approaches coexist and actually complement each other, at least for the foreseeable future.
So it's not an either situation, but more of a both hand. What are the distinct roles each will play then?
Exactly. Traditional search remains incredibly effective for straightforward inquiries. Think searching for a specific product name, a factual detail like a date, maybe a company's contact information, or just navigating directly to a known website. It's efficient for that. Where Query Fanout truly excels, as we've discussed, is with those complex, nuanced, or maybe ambiguous columns.
The ones where you're not quite sure what you're looking for yet.
Precisely. It leverages LLMs and generative AI to dissect those queries and then synthesize comprehensive answers, much like those AI overviews you're increasingly seeing. Its real strength lies in deciphering your true user intent, often delivering a complete response that can eliminate the need for you to sift through, 10 or 20 blue links yourself. However, it's also true that some users will still prefer to review raw results. They'll want to make their own judgment.
Right, maybe for deep research or comparing sources directly.
Exactly. They might maintain a preference for that direct, unsynthesized search outcome. So the future of search will almost certainly be a hybrid. Query fanout will introduce a more intelligent, more pertinent layer that transforms how results are presented and how users interact with them. It leads to a much more sophisticated search generative experience overall. It's really about adding depth and intelligence to the user journey, not necessarily replacing the fundamentals entirely, but making the whole process vastly more efficient and insightful, especially for complex queries.
That's a fantastic, really nuanced summary. So the core takeaway here, for everyone listening, is that query fanout signals a definite, profound shift. A shift towards comprehensive, context-rich information designed to anticipate your deeper, maybe even unspoken questions, and give you a more complete picture right from the start.
Absolutely. And this raises an important question for you, our listener, to perhaps ponder. Given that AI search is increasingly designed to break down complex questions, resolve conflicting information, and synthesize complete answers for us, what might this mean for how we as learners, as critical thinkers, approach inquiry itself? If the machine anticipates our needs and delivers a synthesized response, how does that shape our own journey of discovery, the way we formulate questions, and even the skills we cultivate in navigating these vast oceans of information? It's definitely something to consider as you interact with these new search experiences moving forward.
A truly thought-provoking idea for us all to mull over. Thank you so much for breaking all that down, and thank you for joining us on this deep dive into query fanout. Now go forth and continue your own deep dives into the topics that intrigue you most.